Hello there. How's it going? Good evening. Happy Tuesday. My name is Gold Vision, and just for the heck of it, I thought I'd try playing some PlanetSide too. Normally, jump in once a week, see what's happening, see what's going on. There's actually a robust mission system that I have not been fully participating in, so I thought I would investigate what's happening with nascent expedition. There's some overarching missions and of course the directives, which I'm only really working on one of. But all of that is not as important as
How
finding
can I
out
assist you?
what's going on. Nanite systems. Okay. I'm gonna find out what my contract has to offer. Right on over here with the associate coordinator Tolland. This sort of tech is reserved for mining expeditions. As long as I follow instructions, don't kill anyone, everything should be fine. That sounds great. Certain rocks, like Araxium, crystallized, polystellarite, and Cynthium, are capable of being liquefied with this mining laser. Don't try that on cordium, though. It's a little exploding. Problem with most rocks is getting to them in the first place. But nanite systems has fancy drills that are churning crystallized minerals to the surface, sending down drills periodically. Alright, cool. I don't mind mining. I feel like you can make some progress in your life, contribute to your culture with just raw violence against the rough edges of our reality. I'm almost designed for us to participate on that level. I forgot to retrieve the mining laser. It was right here.
Nascent Expeditions is at your service.
That's great. Let's go do some mining. And pick up the neutralizer device. Okay. I guess that's what this is about. I'm getting all kinds of little blasters left and right. Just equipping it up. We're currently on the sanctuary. Is that it? That's all I had to do, right? Oh, the insulated suit and insulated plating. This is all very different from the normal PlanetSide gameplay. It's all unlocked. How's it going? And this is the basic equipment terminal situation. I'm always stuck because I don't want to talk down to people. I feel like everybody's played PlanetSide. But then there's also probably people who have not seen this new stuff or unfamiliar with it. I don't know where that gun went. Primary weapons. Perhaps I need to be should be amidst these tools. Maybe it's a secondary. Maybe it's a third item. Maybe you have to be an engineer. Maybe there's better guides to where it appears. I didn't look up a tutorial or anything because I'm above that. Not really, but I didn't know what I was getting into. And I think I like to think that people like learning with me anyway. As you can see, I haven't unlocked a lot of these weapons. I've never seen that one before. Should be amidst my mission objectives. But I am I'm suddenly confused about the proper methods. Let's see. Maybe one of them around here knows what I gotta do. No, it's very explicitly right here. The equipment terminal. Ability? Tactical. There we go. Tactical. That should probably be an infiltrator too. For safety purposes. 6. You're doing these nascent expeditions missions. We gotta pick one. It's that one. I'll be on Indar if you need me. There's a question about playing with the ant, and I actually do like the base construction of this game. I'm embarrassingly under-equipped or under-skilled or under-talented in any capacity like that. Even though it's very exciting, the process of mining, building bases. All right, harvest some minerals near some mining drills. That sounds great. There's a war going on around here. And I'll probably have like squad directions and things, but I'll get to it. Looks like we got these on a discount. I should be reading what they're saying too, but I guess I can read it through the chat up there. Current goal is to procure enough resources to construct a facility capable of safely dispersing the flow of energy beneath the planet's surface. That sounds important. Sounds like an important job. We'll periodically release mining drills from orbit. Combat isn't too severe. You'll simply need to use the mining laser on the crystallized materials to recover them. Oh, great. Whoa. This is unfortunate. I'm gonna step back in. That's pretty close to home, honestly. We should be hanging out here. Do a little repairs. Okay. So I probably won't be building a base right now, today. Just because I've got other priorities. But I should really get... I wanted to make a tutorial video. But I also feel like I'm not your best PlanetSide guide. I actually recently played with some people trying to show them the game, and I couldn't direct them properly, or as well as I wanted to, because I didn't know exactly how to combat other people in this game, and that seems to be a draw for a lot of people. I prefer, you know, mining, harvesting minerals near mining drills. Looks like there's one over there. Should have some protection up there from the bastion too, although there's 2. Tuck my... How? Come on. Oh, look at this. Our little player-made base right here. These are all instruments you can purchase to defend your faction. Got a air protection terminal and then some various defense turrets. anti-vehicle. I believe you can operate them, but they're also automatic. And that's your cordium silo. Providing resources to your custom base. I don't know what that one is. I also don't have any idea where the proper place to build a base is. I've built maybe 4 or 5, and each time it was just detrimental. I feel like detrimental to our team's progress. Looks like I'm not the only one heading over to the mining area. Yeah, I don't really like that. And I want to be out of range. Is that a good parking job? Sorry, it's a little, in the future you can just turn down the combat around you. Which should be good. And it's healing up. And I've got my mining harvester right here. There's a question if I can play as a pacifist for the rest of the stream, and it's kind of been the it's kind of been my main MO for several years now. It was kind of a surprise, but it's really joy that I find. Is that the proper technique? Providing crystals for my team. Dun, dun. Oh yeah, I'm getting 8. Right. I got 12 out of 15. There's a big ore. Kill enemies defending mining trails. And the harvest minerals ticker was just ticking up. It's almost all the way up. That's great. I did it. I harvested them just as requested. I believe this person wants me inside their vehicle, so they're on my squad. I've played as a pacifist in PlanetSide for a while now, and it's one of the most fun games to do it in, just because there's so much opportunity. That's sad for my vehicle. But I'm glad to be with my outfit mates. Stealth out of this one. Actually. It was fun while it lasted. And now the scythe that I took here is gone. But none of that is here nor there. I still have some rewards to claim. And I did want to share that although I play as a pacifist, I still often experience some dissonance. This was my last year in PlanetSide. This one was rough. Just happened a couple weeks ago. These are my 3 kills from last year. They count as kills even if somebody crashes into you and your scythe blows up and they blow up and you blow up. But that's it's still the aspiration for me to avoid attacking players, which is something I definitely haven't done. So obviously this is a much more intense curve, but that's going to happen when you're in a combat zone. It's going to be a dangerous place. Looks like our front is moving up. That's where our squad waypoint is. And right, a series of decreasing violent activities. And just a voice amidst many in the direction of nonviolence. Do we have the opportunity to go to Esamir now? think that was the next goal. I also don't know the exact value of these bonus points, but in traditional gaming fashion, I will climb up a ladder as soon as it's presented. Yeah, this is for Esamir. And I just have to follow the bouncing ball. I guess it's actually really convenient. A really good way to train players on how to play this way. To give them directions mission by mission. I guess that was the initial point of this mission system. If I had to guess, I'm not going to be able to travel to Esamir right now. I don't think, until the alert ends. And who knows when that'll be. So I'll have to just hold on. I'll have to put a pause in mining on a different continent. But I can still contribute to the conflict in a way that's positive and peaceful. There's a question if there will ever be peace in PlanetSide. And it's something that I'm working toward. I know that there's been a lot of things that I've achieved in my life that I didn't think were possible. And so I'm not really thinking about the if or when, but just the how to best move forward, and how to take cautiously, how to productively and in a joyful way pursue the things that are important to me, important to everybody. It does look like this is just a rough time. There's a Colossus right there. Primarily used for combating the Bastion. The truth is that the world's a violent place. And violence really does exist, and you can't ignore it. And I wanted to. I thought perhaps if you just refuse to acknowledge violence exists, then maybe you can escape it. But the truth is you have to eat, you have to survive, you have to create a dwelling. You can be compatible with the reality, and you can decrease the amount of violence you use to participate, but you don't necessarily have an opportunity to change the system, change the laws of reality that you're subject to. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I'm currently at a place where I want to change those things. I would love to participate in a greater and more aggressive way, but I also have to accept that I'm part of something that's much bigger than myself, and I have to find my functional place within that system rather than trying to ignore it or escape it, because those first two options of ignoring and escaping are not, I haven't been able to achieve them. I don't want to say they're not possible. I've personally made tremendous effort to both and have suffered, honestly, because of it. This is a problem. I mean, it's fun to look at, too. Just unfortunate. I don't know what part of me enjoys seeing seeing danger and organized destruction. I shouldn't really pick a fight with them. I'll head out of the way. And I hope nobody crashes into me, because, like I said, that's an unfortunate thing that happens. But I'm more here to kind of document and then ideally heal. It actually is a great game for healing, and just the experience of giving your time and energy to people who believe in the same thing you do without attacking others. You can contribute. Ideally, that kind of collaboration, if optimized and maximized and given to everybody, would lead to a culture that didn't have very much destruction. I just wanted to see if anybody was here at the checkpoint. I was successfully hiding in those trees. I kind of mindlessly went there, honestly. I was following the squad waypoint, which was not well placed, if we're being honest, or well defended, and has changed since then. And sometimes, unfortunately, in PlanetSide, you can get into a mindset where it's faster to die than to travel. And that's something that that's a principle that I don't necessarily agree with, or I'm proud that I fall into, but I will adhere to sometimes. Now, Biolab is obviously a very tumultuous and dangerous place. I will go here to heal for a little bit, but I don't think this is necessarily a battle that's going to be easy to maintain, survive for a very long time at. They often end up as stalemates. And that's rough. We have this point, and this is the natural connection. That and the other Rashnu bases in order to capture the entire biolab. And since I'm here, I'll be here. I didn't get a revive, otherwise I would have just hopped right back up. I'm going to try to jump up with some people this time, instead of just going alone. We're going to need a lot more firepower there if we're ever going to progress. Well, this side might be okay too. It does look like we've got men inside, so maybe they're all coming from here. From the warp teleporter, which I don't know where it is. So maybe I'll find it. I do love teleportation technology, and it's on my vision board. The idea of teleportation. I think it's something that we should focus on as a culture. Using our free resources and various technologies and studies. I think it would be a very useful technology. Oh no. There are some unfriendly people here. I could hear them. They're trying to take it back. Our squad waypoint has moved to the biolab. Which, if I had just stayed there, would have been totally fine. Totally accessible. So I guess we'll access it.
Shield generator critical.
Right? They're inside. Am I making this up? Yep. Yeah. It's not the most peaceful place. And that's the other thing. For a long time I thought it would make sense to just not play violent games or try to deny myself the experiences that are currently very prominent in our culture. Let me stop messing around for a second. But without conflict and without danger and without the reality of life and death that is very real to all of us, you're almost trying to become incompatible with the world that you live in. And I want to participate, and I want to be with other people, and I want to work together with other people, and you have to be where other people are to collaborate with them. You have to communicate with them. You have to experience the things that are important to them.
This facility now belongs to the VS.
It really went fast. I thought it wasn't going to happen. Nice.
I need a medic! Here. I can heal you. Ammunition here. Let me heal you. I've got ammo for you here.
Okay, well, now we have to take those other bases because as you see this checkpoint here,
Let me take a look.
very red, is attached to one of these bases, probably this one. And it looks like we all know that. I'm gonna wait. Okay. Nah, it should be good.
I'll get you fixed up.
It looks like the squad wants to go to the crown. I mean, something of a democratic squad, it seems. It's trying to get to where it wants to go. Wherever everyone wants to go. I'd like to take this off my HUD. Okay. We'll have to get to Samir some other time. And that's just going to keep happening until those bases are conquered. And there's guys pinned down inside. I do feel unsafe here. And I do have a lot of experience in PlanetSide. And a lot of, I would guess, karmic debt. From all the destruction that I've committed, so. I don't know if the game keeps track of how many people I've healed, or for how long, or healing points that I've committed. Worried. I don't like that Valkyrie on my radar. Just because I don't want to run into anybody, you know? Even another player on my team seems dangerous. It looks like we're going to the ground, so I'm going to head that way. But it's also just a beautiful world. And you could just move through it, and you could just jump in at any point in time. We got some people there. This doesn't seem like the healthiest move, of course. I would just, sometimes I'll just float around and fly around and look at things in their relative beauty. Although that's often why I end up in situations that people crash into me. Very unfair. It's very unfair. But in general, it's just a fun world to look at. I don't know what they're doing over there. Got lots of smoke. We're up by the crown, so there's going to be a lot of conflict. And hopefully a lot of people to heal. Just because that's fun. I can work on my first person blasting skills too. I do wish there was, as in some games, a healing sniper rifle. That would be a fun little dream. Just because my character Gold Vision began as a sniper. That was the etymology of the name. Was to be a sniper with great vision. And then it kind of took like screw legs and kept going, became something else. But it would be fun to keep keep up those skills. So I've spent so much time, so much of my life developing my FPS tactics. Some people just want to go. They have places to be. It looks like we have this place. Every time I keep talking about conflict and we just walk right through it. Sorry about that. I'm sorry we keep just conquering these bases when I show up. I thought we'd be doing more.
SCU compromised. SCU compromised.
It just looks so good. This is at 1080 too. I haven't really been doing the 4K experience, but it's totally an option.
We've acquired the facility.
Nice.
SCU repaired.
Recursion, one of the more prominent outfits on Connery. Wanted to hop upstairs. The disposal nature of nanites in this game really lends itself to more destructive attitudes. I think I would be less inclined to just exit my vehicle or let it decommission itself if it didn't do these like warping VR experiences. Things just appear and disappear. And if you haven't figured it out yet, I have a really loose playing style in this game where I move from hotspot to points of interest, investigating what's important. Or just when you see something like this, you're curious what do you think they're doing. Watching this little caravan. Also, this is really important, and I'm sorry it took me so long to remember. When you're in the scythe, I only learned this a couple days ago, and I'm really embarrassed by it. So you'll be at a stop. You won't be moving. But you're at kilometers per hour. If you press W, you're increasing your acceleration. You don't have to hold W down. Right now, I'm not holding it. I'm just tapping it up and going up maybe 2 or 3 kilometers per hour. Right now, I'm not pressing W at all. I didn't know that. I thought I thought it was just like running, where you hold W to run and stop it. You're just accelerating. So you can stay at different speed. Oh. And you can slow down, obviously, with S. Nope, somebody's getting real close. The fireworks are just going off. I'll hop out and see how they're doing. There's a very dramatic exit. I see a skull and crossbones on the mini-map down there. Yeah, we got 2.
I'll get you medic up. Take a look.
I'm also not the only medic, obviously, so.
Let me heal you.
Oh, everyone's either here. Ow. I don't know the last time I was in a full Sunder. It's also cool. Look. It feels just like your normal cinema camera. Except some commander should be shooting orders across the comms, telling us where we're going. It's about to happen. There's a question about Mag Rider skating, and I haven't heard of that personally, even though Mag Rider is one of my favorite vehicles in any game. Right up here. I'm trying not to pay attention to where we're going. Focus instead where we are. I do spend most of my time playing video games just in introspective, philosophical perspective. Hoping that the mysteries of reality will reveal themselves if I quiet my mind enough. Whether I'm at home alone or surrounded by teams and teams of people wearing the same color. Oh, I'm healing people by being in the vehicle too. Forgot about that. Which I don't know how. They're getting hurt. That's one of my talents. It comes back to that perspective of just slightly pushing the world in the direction you want it to be. If all I did today was revive a couple people and I can walk away from the day with that, it can feel better than you'd expect. It is the difficulty of PlanetSide then, because as I said, I played with some people recently who naturally got lost and weren't being force-fed objectives and goals and achievements, and so they didn't know if they were playing the game right. And I don't blame them, because with our limited free time and with our limited opportunities, we kind of want that opportunity to optimize our fun, which is often just a quick measurement. It's an objective measurement of our success that's typically scaled upward from what we can normally do with our normal time. And so to jump into a world like this and not really know what your relative strengths are, or if you're really impacting the battle, not being able to understand how you are, to what extent. It's very non-traditional. And I think it's very future-minded. So I have hope that people will slowly and eventually adopt it. Just like they are Rust. I don't know if you've seen the recent popularity of Rust, but I always thought that game made sense. And it was confusing why it wasn't more well received. Thank you. And now people are playing it on a grand scale, so maybe in the same vein, players will wise up to the opportunities and the dynamics of this game. Maybe they will, as I did, get bored of the achievement-focused games and then become more enthralled with experience-focused games. But I don't really want to sell you on anything aside from my experience. That's the reason that I do this, is to share this perspective. Should toss one of these down.
Leave the restricted area immediately.
And I'm trying to have a diverse perspective too. I'm actually out of revive grenades. I guess I'll have to go up there and do it the old-fashioned way.
This facility now belongs to the VS.
Sorry, it's this is distracting a little bit. Okay. Trying to minimize distractions, slowly progress through life. I used to rush through everything. I used to be so focused on getting to the maximum level or making sure I have the best everything. And after I did that enough, I realized that I was actually cheating myself The joy of progress. It's like if you had the opportunity to have your favorite meal and then it was in your stomach. It's like if you skip the eating part, it was your favorite meal, you got what you wanted, but there's a whole process, a joyful process. Experience-based, and I really did not focus on that. I was just focused on making sure I got what I purportedly wanted. And really what I wanted was the experience. Yellow smoke. Where's this missile at? I need to get away. I need to take a quick hiatus. A battle hiatus. It's long too. It takes a long time. So you can't go full tilt the whole time. You'll get burnt out. Get tired, you'll get exhausted, you'll get distracted. Take it as you can at your own rate. Just look at that. That's so much. It's the wrong part of town. I'm gonna have to investigate this mag rider skating. I'll do it on my own time, so that way it's not irritating. Like learning how to attach fire hoses. The skill I should have just already had before. I documented the process. That's so nice. It's it's so visually stunning. I just get lost in this. Maybe it's just because I'm used to it. It could just be my own personal affinity, just something familiar that I've had for such a long time. I do think of myself as a combat photographer of sorts. If I can offer my team one thing, it's a well-framed shot. All right. What are we doing? Rash New Cavern. Oh yeah, the squad waypoint is right here. And those red doors are just not safe. It's really hard to park one of these guys. Dangerous to park them too. Hello. It's a tremendous shortcoming on my part. Just wandering into enemy territory. I do recommend that you play as a medic if you're new to PlanetSide because it kind of forces you to stay with your team. You can get a lot of experience points that way. And those early experience points are worth a lot. You make a lot of character progress that way. But then you're going to stick around people who are on your team. And you won't get lost. You won't be stuck by yourself out in the middle of nowhere. Just got service driven. Working on 2. That was pretty reckless for me to try to do my service ribbons right then. I might be too dangerous in here. We gotta get in there. It is dangerous. This is a real problem now. Just fix up this car. Looks like it'll be okay. That one tank changed that whole tide of the fight. 16-year-old. Why are they going for me? I'm not even doing anything over here. Okay. This is just a tremendously unsafe place to be. Especially as an engineer. I had the thought to swap out as an infiltrator real quick. Hello. How close am I to anything? I'm not usefully close to anything. And just like that, you can redeploy and seek relevance somewhere. It looks like Rashnu Cavern's still no, I guess we lost the watchtower. And this doesn't look good. There's a comment about the faction that I've joined. Yeah. Vanu. Perhaps not being the correct one. And faction decision is a pretty significant thing. PlanetSide. Looks like they're onto me. Wow, that's rough. What happened? Alright. I personally am a kind of a technophile, so there was some natural draw. I also was Vanu on PlanetSide 1. Got the revive grenade off. We're just getting overrun though. This is just not gonna happen. That's where the TRR. Just trying to pick a good place to go. I think we got the biolab. There's a very serene solace on the map screen. And you can be reminded of all the territory that your team has achieved. I don't know, is PlanetSide too laid back? Do I play it too laid back? Let me do something more aggressive. Let me get a oh, I made one of my biggest mistakes. This is also a nice little secret. I don't know if secret's the right term. it's it's this option. I always forget to do it. This little button right here. You pick what you want, and then you go there. You go to that base and you're in it. It's not the default, but it's so much faster. Went completely the wrong way. And this definitely looks like a unsafe destination. No sunrise within. But it's where we gotta go. I guess here? Up that hill? It's the best way through. I don't know if I can sneak up that way, but here goes. Looks like they've got a destination. There's strength in numbers. And I'd rather not just be a sitting duck. I'm sitting under a... Hello. It's a little lumbering. Yeah. I'll go ahead and hide. Make my next move. Well, this is where we gotta go. This is a cliffside up here. And that's just armor that I don't want to mess with. Maybe we'll just go the other way. Back down. And there's no point to run across that hill. I hope he jumps in. Get in. Alright. Now I don't know how I feel about somebody in the car that I'm driving using a weapon that's equipped on it and the assistance that I'm attributed for driving it. How do you get up there? Oh, it is down. For some reason I thought it wasn't. Yep, down and straight there. Thank you. Fortunately I have horn and proximity chat bound to the same thing to embolden my speech. I think we'll be okay. You want to jump in? Then that's kind of like hinting that you're driving. There's a lot of unspoken communication you gotta do in video games. And yeah, this is it. This chasm. The roads of Indar are not clearly marked. It's just something you have to get used to. Okay. And just take the old winding road. Some of my best memories in PlanetSide are just the little bus rides. Yikes. I believe this is unfriendly base still.
I can repair that.
Thank you. I'll sneak up this hill. Yikes.
This looks good as new.
He'll probably forget about us, right? I'm actually gonna see if I can find a better place, but it's the other thing I feel like I can do to really contribute to a fight is to add a Sunderler and then provide connections support my team. And ideally this investigation of all the possible ways that I can help out without attacking people will just create more opportunities to do that. It doesn't have to change the game at its core, any game really. It just could be more opportunities for interesting and fun ways, creative problem solving. It gets sometimes lost. And not so much in this game as others. I don't want violence only, violence forward. Sneaking around. Stay safe. This is the... There's not a lot of things that you really should get involved in regarding skills and traits and guns and things in PlanetSide 2. But one of them is the stalker cloaking option, which doesn't drain when you're not moving. So you can just stay safe if you're trying to do such a thing. It disables your primary weapon. It'll say primary weapon slot disabled. So you'll have to carry a secondary. But it's safer and lets you wander the countryside in a more peaceful and joyful way. Which I guess I don't need to do anymore, because we need healers here. Let's chase down. I'll probably not... Well, I actually could probably drive it up the hill now, right? Oh, there's a closer one. Daisy chaining them. There's only a couple very core strategies. Seems like an unfortunate daylight time to do this, but... Closer we are, the closer we are. That seems like a good one. Or maybe terrible. It sounds like gunshots are ricocheting around me.
Victory has not eluded us. Fight harder.
Okay. I will fight harder. Per request. Struck down by Elite Cat. I think we're gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be alright. Just not all battles are won right away. Our progress has to be made. Bit by bit. Revive grenades have to be thrown. I always feel bad though, you know. Okay. They have a lot of reinforcements here. Gonna have to do something.
Truly allow yourself to lose.
Where's the squad waypoint? Quartz Ridge. I'll keep my center over there and then come back right here because Silent Bane got me. I stood right on a Book of C4. Do my responsibility. Actually, I could probably move up the car a little bit more. Is that foolish? Just led them to it. We still have the backup one. I think we'll focus on the checkpoint. Resolve it.
I'll get you fixed up.
I try to stay in battles that are contested, but I can have an impact, and there's actually a problem. There's several different flavors of battles, and they aren't clearly marked. Because you can end up, like I said earlier, at a biolab and then just farming.
Let me take a look.
Yikes.
Enemy soldier destroyed.
It's getting spicy. There's that sidearm I saw. And didn't know what it was. This is still up. And they must have a Sunderer right here. Just like mine, which is the only one here at the base now. It must be hidden well enough. Oof. They're all over.
Medic here. Let me take a look.
What is that
I'll
thing?
get you fixed up.
Kapow. It's really reducing our effectiveness. I think I got him. It feels so poignant and relevant, this place. But I'd like to be with my squad as the game ends. So I'm getting all these bonuses.
Victory has not eluded us.
Let's try.
Fight hard.
I want.
Enemy medic in the area.
And I think I might have just been disconnected. But it's okay. Well, sometimes when you choose to meditate, things are going to get weird. I can't explain the way the world works. I wish I could. I wish I could help more. I feel very subject to the laws of reality, and I've investigated them a lot. Tried to understand who I was, and it was important, but as far as I know, the only thing you can really do is just see where you are, see the games you can play, and then play them, and be part of them, and try to be true to yourself, and try to be the person that you want to be. And don't let those things on the screen get in the way. Don't let people shouting or telling you that victory is not eluding you and trying to create chaos or unhappiness. Let those people go. Breathe in, breathe out. Watch the sunrise. Because if you have the chance to enjoy a beautiful day, you should. Because I don't know, honestly, after all the games I've played and all the time I've spent, if there's anything more than that. My name is Gold Vision. This is PlanetSide 2. I have a router that I gotta figure out, I guess, but thank you for watching. I'm pretty sure we did what we needed to do on Indar. I'm looking forward to the next time we jump into this world. Maybe get to Asimir, maybe do some mining there. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful evening, whether the sun is coming up or going down where you are. And I'll talk to you soon.